Back here, new data out this morning shows Minnesota is making major strides in improving its high school graduation rates, including here in Duluth. The class of 2025 has continued a 3-year increase in graduation rates statewide, now nearing 85%. Statewide, the governor is crediting that to universal school meals, the state's child tax credit, expanded mental health resources, increased teacher pay, and funding increases for schools. Department of Education leaders also say that more students are reporting that they feel a genuine connection to their teachers and adult mentors. However, one of 2 groups of students who saw a decrease in graduation rates for the class of 2025 were English language learners.
Especially if we see this turn from a 1-year move into a trend, that's when we would really want to dig in deeper on that. And as the commissioner alluded to, with things like Operation Metro Surge, that's going to be something that we'll definitely want to be keeping an eye on.
In Duluth, school district leaders say Denfeld High School had a nearly 8% increase in their graduates for the class of 2025, with homeless students seeing the highest jump of more than 28%. In a statement today, Assistant Superintendent Anthony Bonds wrote, "The significant improvement is a direct result of the collective efforts from dedicated teachers, support staff, administration, engaged families, and of course, the hardworking students."